You're watching the 2024 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Yash Technologies.
Hello. Welcome to another match here in Minor League Cricket 2024. Today we have on the cards an exciting encounter for you whereby Orlando takes on the Atlanta Lightning. Good afternoon wherever you are in the world. My name is Jermaine Lanneman here, and we're anticipating a very solid game here today from two teams who are at different spectrums of the table and who are looking to literally uh, having different goals per se. Starting off firstly with the encounter, the host as it relates to Atlanta Lightning here, they're pretty much wanting to use this encounter to see how high they can end on the table here in the preliminary round. Having seen their state mates per se, the Atlanta Fire, ending with a fairly good uh, impersonation of what they hope to be a successful season, putting themselves high in a favorable position, the Atlanta Fire earlier today, to advance to the playoffs of the Eastern Conference. But we're talking about the Atlanta Lightning, who comes into the fixture here being played at Parmvere Oval, and they are currently in fourth in the standings, having played 7 games, winning 3 and losing 4, and playing their eighth and final preliminary round game here, the Atlanta Lightning, and hoping to very much uh, finish on at least winning 4 and losing 4 from their 8 fixtures, thus pushing pressure on the Baltimore Royals as well as the Morrisville Raptors, who have played 6 games and have 2 games remaining going into next weekend's final set of matches. So we're in for what could be an intriguing game as we look on the other element of the Orlando. Orlando hasn't been having the best of seasons. Their results have been, below par, one would want to say, and they are very low. In fact, they're at the bottom of the standings, and that doesn't bode well for them as they, struggle, as the case may be, one would say perennially, to get to any form of stability in terms of doing well in minor league cricket. So they are at the bottom of the table, and they'll be looking to, post a win. They didn't do too bad this weekend. I actually won a game on Friday against the same Atlanta Lightning here. So in this return fixtures, they will be hoping to repeat that at best. But in case you're just joining us, the players are now going onto the field, umpires are out, and what we have found is that the Atlanta Lightning will be in the field and batting will be Orlando. So stay tuned. Interesting contest is at hand. It's minor league cricket sponsored by Yash Technologies, and we are hoping to have an encounter that keeps everyone on the edge of their seats after the 20 overs faced by each of these respective teams. So here we go. All seems set. Akeem Dobson is in the seat here of the opening position along with Romario King for the Orlando Galaxy as they, go up against, as we outlined earlier, this team that has a chance of going into the playoffs, which is the Atlanta Lightning. First ball bowled here. Just seem to be going through the paces. Here's our bowler, Vigi, as he seeks to give his team an ideal start in terms of breaking this partnership in the opening over. Here comes Vigi. Pitches outside, flashing is Dobson, edging away all the way down to third man and for four over the boundary. A brilliant start here on the part of Dobson, getting the first boundary for this Orlando team. Pitching, as we can see here, outside off on the up per se, just swinging his bat, getting the outside hedge and beating that diving third man. Off the mark are the Orlando Magic team, and Fee will be happy with the start. So in case you're just joining us, we're on the way as it relates to this interesting clash between the Orlando Galaxy and the Atlanta Lightning. Two balls and four without lost is Orlando. Pitched up, wide of the left-hander, signal wide by the umpire. Not the start that Vigi would have liked here. Five without loss is Orlando in the opening fixture. As we can see, everybody's still trying to get in their groove here. Batters jumping on the outside, bowlers trying to get their rhythm. Little pause in play as the umpire, the batters, the captain, adjusts the field for Atlanta Lightning. Here comes Vegi. Again, wide signal by the umpire. Still feeling the cobwebs is Vegi. Uh, actually freeing up his arms, as the case may be. Still trying to signal that, hey, I'm not yet into my rhythm. But fortunately for Atlanta, they'll take that. And they are now six without loss. Still two deliveries legal that has been bowled. Biggie pitches up on leg stump, pushed down the ground as the case may be from Dobson. Hustling for two. Throw did come in, would have been close had it been a direct hit. But welcome runs there on the part of Dobson, just working it on the leg side and getting a two that in the end turned out to be comfortable. Orlando well on their way here, eight without loss after three deliveries. Biggie again pitching up wide. On his knee is Dobson, as to suggest to the umpire that is so wide, but the umpire didn't need any encouragement. That was pitched outside off and always going away. It was always going to be another wide. That's what the third wide in this over, which has so far featured a four and a two. Nine without loss currently, the Orlando team. Viggy, try once more. Get his line and length correct. A little bit closer to the to Dobson there, who's flashing through the offside, only succeeded in getting the inside edge and a single. Finally has turned over the strike in this over to his opening partner, King. And off the mark, Romario King is the person who has now come in to strike. But Dobson, 7 runs. Orlando, 10 without loss. 4 legal deliveries. We're still inside the first over. Uh, Middle team Atlanta Lightning facing bottom of the table here in the Southern Division, Orlando Galaxy. Galaxy looking for their second win. Atlanta looking for their fourth, having lost 4 matches as well, hoping to join the Atlanta Fire towards the top of the table in the battle for the 2 spots from the Southern Division to the Eastern Conference playoff. Pushing is King there on the onside. Little bit of misfield there. Off the mark is King. He will feel good about that. Joining his partner, Dobson, who's currently 7 runs off 4 deliveries, taking his team total to 10 inside the first over, if not 11 now. Not the ideal start that the Atlanta Lightning would want from their opening pace of Viggy, but they'll hope that he can finish is much better than how he started here with his final delivery. Ooh. Pitching, popping, hitting the batsman on the top of his bat, potentially gloves taken by the keeper. Out, as the case may be. Dobson has to go. Veggie has strike on his final ball of this opening over, and it is success for the Atlanta Lightning. Wasn't the ideal delivery. In fact, the pitch, this seems to be popped. In fact, this doesn't look good in terms of for the pitch in this opening over. Popped on the batsman. He was there looking to see what was happening. He fended off, trying to evade the delivery, catching his glove as the case may be. Keeper runs around, takes an easy catch, and has given Orlando some life towards the end of the over. Has in terms of Atlanta some life towards the end of the over. They have struck, they've gotten their first wicket. Orlando, as the case may be, got 11 runs, but they have lost Dobson for 7, and it's now 11 for 1 after the first over. So here we are now. New batsman to the crease, Mitul Patel. He will come with his team. Haven't gotten an encouraging start in the first half of the opening over. Haven't gotten 11 runs. They didn't end particularly well. They lost the overs most fluent batter in their opener, Dobson. And they are now 11 for 1, Orlando. And the Atlanta striking would be encouraged. Their second change bowler is now Patel. Uh, and he will be hoping that he can add to the wicket column and give his team even a better start. Up, leg spinner bowling, turning away, backing off his Patel after his first delivery, getting a single. The return came in, however, it was not a good one. In the end, it turned out to be an easy single for Patel as he got off the mark. 12 for 1 now is Orlando. Sonny Patel is the bowler. He has been having a decent season with his leg spin. In fact, it was King who had gotten that single. Patel now faces his first delivery. Wow, that one is rather close. Rather close. And it's given out. He's given out. It appears to be a googly, as a matter of fact. Pushing forward there was Patel and hit him plumb in line, one would want to argue, providing we look at this replay. Good bowling here by Sonny Patel. His first delivery. And he pushed forward somewhat halfway, reading for the turn, leg spin. That one went on with the arm, if not a googly. And that's a wicket there for Patel. 2 wicket down now are the Orlando team. The Orlando Magic's not doing well. 12 for 2. Good bowling here from Sonny Patel. Ideal start that Atlanta would be asking for as they seek their fourth victory and joining their state mates per se, the Atlanta Fire, at the top of the Southern Division table. So not going well for Orlando, who have lost all their games. I've lost four of their five matches so far, and I've only have one. I was hoping to win this game to get some confidence. Here comes Patel, and that shows that it was plum all day. Ooh, Balagapala, his first delivery. Again, that seems to be one, the googly that, if not the arm baller, went from the leg spinner here, Sunny. Sunny Patel comes in, bowls. A little bit short on the back foot is Balakapola. He's hoping batting at number four here for this Orlando team. He can bring his team back. Sunny Patel flighted up, inviting, and over the top does Balagapala. He smashed that one with purpose and intent. A little bit more air given on the part by Sunny Patella, inviting the number four, and he duly obliged in swinging through the line, over cover, between over mid off actually, and a welcome boundary here for the Orlando team. 16 for 2 as we enter the final delivery of the second over. Patel in a bit short. That one is spinning. Wouldn't have been given out. Heading down the leg side. The end of the over, 16 for 2. Sonny Patel struck, and you know, a fairly good comeback for the Atlanta Lightning team, having gone for 11 runs in the first five deliveries. 16 for 2. Orlando Galaxy against Atlanta Lightning.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
So we enter the third over with Orlando on 16 for 2, having lost the wickets in the first and the second over respectively. And the Atlanta Lightning currently on top. Who will prevail in this third over? Figgy comes up, pitches wide, swinging down, signaled wide by the umpire. Brilliant stop by the keeper in the end. A single also taken, and that should comfortably be what, two wides? Indeed, it is 18 for 2. Orlando getting two additional runs there and trying to come back. This rather slow start of losing two wickets in the opening two overs. Is Romario King on two not outs, and Balagopala, he's on four. And they're hoping to do a repair job here, but Vigi, having gotten a wicket in his first over, will be hoping to add another. Let's see what happens. Vigi bowls, pitches on off stump line, leaving the batter fairly decent delivery, if not one of his better deliveries outside of taking the wicket. Is Vigi. Keeper coming up to him, in fact, giving him an applaud, encouragement, to saying that's the line, that's the length. He pulled Balagapala forward, and that delivery did swing away. Interesting start as these teams battle for the win. Pitching further wide, if not super wide. An extremely poor delivery here on the part of Viggy. Struggling his first over, even though getting the wicket off his last delivery. And again, he cannot find his length and his line, if not his accuracy is so off. Being encouraged by his teammate here, Sajib, to try and, if anything, slow it down, pitch in the correct areas. Patel. Viggy. Oh, nice slash there from Balakopala. He has looked positive since he has been in. He hit that with tremendous velocity. Unfortunately for him, it only ended up to the man in the backward point region. He was unable to score. In fact, he did get a single. And he has now moved on to 5. Romario King, the other opener, who's still there, still trying to assess condition. He's on 2. Viggy pitching up, keeping low. Wow, that was an interesting shot. The pitch here isn't one of the best. It is up and down, as the batsman is trying to say. That one kept rather low. I'm looking here at the replay. Setting up was the batsman here, Romario. And this one pitched, maybe maybe hitting him above the knee roll, but it was always keeping low. Oh, finally getting his line, and much better is Vega there, pitching up, pushing through the line is Romario King. No run. Still 20 for 2. 2 legal deliveries remaining in this over. Viggy up to the wicket. Pitching up, outside off, scrambling across the screen. His crease there was King. And just backing up. No run. Still 20 for 2 of 2.5 overs. Trying to get into some form of get his eye in is King. Trying to middle some deliveries here on this so far up and down pitch that isn't ideal for batting, and every run will have to be worked for, it appears. Ooh, nice slash there. Backward of point from King. Running through as well and getting a single, taking the score to 21 at the end of the 3rd over. 21 for 2 is Orlando Magic against the Atlanta Lightning in the Southern Division clash of the Yash Technologies Minor League Cricket 2024. Back on action here. Coming in as the bowler, Patel, Sunny Patel. He believed he was hoping he'd have gotten King plumbing from there, but the umpire says no. That's not out. We take a look at the replay very shortly here to see what actually transpired. But Patel, who got a wicket in the second over of the day, if not his opening over, off his first ball, was trying to do the same here in his second. Again, pitching. That one going on, straight on, hitting the batsman low down. That would have been a very good shot for LBW. Lucky it may very well be for King, who's the second delivery has skipped and is trying to see if he can, throw Patel off his line and not being bogged down into the wicket. Tried to go over the top there, missed out, didn't get to score. Interesting battle. Sonny Patel, a leg spin bowler, bowling his googlies and arm balls, troubling the Orlando batsmen. That was the orthodox leg break. Prepared was it for Romario King. He backed up, played it into the covers, straight to the cover field and no run. Still 21 for 2 after 3.4, 3.3 overs. Mm. Backing up again and slashing outside. The off stump is King all the way to point, but to the field and not Pierce finding the gap. And Patel is running through this over so far. And interesting shots being played by King, but not piercing the field. Skipping that delivery umpire signal wide. It feels as if it came off the pad. Batsman scrambled through for 2 runs. Let's see. Indeed, the score has now moved on to 24 for 2, 3.4 overs. Orlando. Oh, again, short and wide. This time, King makes no mistakes. He positions himself with the square cut and beating the backward point fielder. Over the boundary goes. The score now rockets up. King moves up to 7. The score now moves on to 28 for 2. A bad delivery there from Sonny Patel, having started so well. Short and wide and turning away from King. He may give himself room and did do the back cut, and providing that the fielder at backward point had stopped 2 previously similar shots. This third one passed the fielder and moved all the way down to the boundary ropes. So good confident shot on the part of Mario King. He moves on to 7. Bowling again, a fairly decent comeback here from Patel. This one's a little bit more straighter. Had to be respected from King, who did duly oblige because he did actually get the boundary the previous delivery. 28 for 2 is Orlando Magic in their opening innings here of after 4 overs against an Atlanta Lightning team who is hoping to score their 4th victory of the campaign. So, new bowler being introduced into the scenario here by the Atlanta Lightning team. As you know, having bowled 2 overs, Vasu Vegi, he did get a wicket but conceded 16 runs. It wasn't pleasing for the captain, so he has now gone for his other medium pacer, Simhadri. Bowling a nice delivery up, literally in the block hole off Balagopala is Simhadri here. A good delivery, good opening delivery from the left armer, looking to go across the right-handed Balagopala, pitching up. Oh, pitching now, just on leg, if not outside, and angling down, and clipped, as the case may be, here by Balagopala. Uh, no, the umpire it appears to be signaling a leg by to be confirmed. Yes, but the score has now moved up, and a single has been added to the score. So Sim Hardy would want to be getting that delivery more outside off and not giving that free hit for the batters. Again, pitching just on a outside leg and angling down. This time called a while. Sim Hadrin not having the most ideal of starts here. Orlando has now moved on to 30 for 2 or 4.2 overs. And the Orlando team, who has lost 2 wickets, will be happy that Sim Hadri has not yet found his range. King is currently on strike. He's on 7. Oh, much better delivery, a little bit more pitched between middle stump and had to be respected, if not middle and off, and had to be respected by King. Just pushing up to mid off. No run. Score still remains of 30 for 2. Orlando as they seek to set an interesting, if not imposing, total for Atlanta Lightning to chase. Here comes Sim Hadri. Oh, nicely pitched up again. Middle, this seems to be middle and leg. Just pushed down the ground on the part of King. He's now moved on to 8. The score now moves on to 31 for 2. So getting his range here is Sim Hadri. He's not yet produced a delivery that goes across the right hander. He seems to be just working on the, bringing that ball in. You get the impression that is his top delivery right now, and he's hoping to very much surprise the batsman with the one that goes away. Ooh, a little bit more in the Yorker position. Did they get around to a run there? No, they didn't. A much better comeback from Sim Hadri here as he seeks to put the Atlanta Lightning in a better position. Oh, a little bit wider. See if you can see his fingers rolling over that, but not quick enough or troublesome enough for Balagapala. He looks imperious, to be honest, from he came. He looks very intentful in his innings here, and he has given the Orlando team much to talk about, slashing that delivery through the covers for 4.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
So Orlando doing a fairly decent recovery, having lost 2 wickets in the first 2 overs. They have now survived and are now into the 5th over, where they have moved the score to 35 for the loss of no further wicket. Led by Balakapala, he is now on 9 and King on 8, and some rather wayward bowling on the part of the Atlanta Fire bowlers. But we are now, Saeed is now into the bowling attack, and let's see what he can do. Off spinner, bowl, pitching and legs, angling down, looking to work that delivery on the onside is King. Failed to connect. The ball just, fell into the offside. Bowler went and retrieved it. No run. Score is still on 35 for 2 after 5.1 overs. Saeed comes in, off spinner, bowls. Much better flighted, much better pitched up a quick single. A dart into square leg, threw into the keeper quickly. Beals dislodged, but batsman comfortably in. Score now moves to 36 for 2. Ren King, Romario King per se moves on to 9 from 16 deliveries. And Balagapala, he is on 9 from 10. And he has made a positive start with his stroke play, and he should have had more had he had he found the gaps. But interesting contest here from Ty. Ty comes in, bowls, off spin, pitching on leg, going down. A deep swing to mid wicket. Missing out was Balagapala. Uh, but the ball did hit his pad. He was still able to get a single for his team. 37 for 2. Orlando coming in his tie, Pitching on our outside off, turning in on the back foot is King, pushing through the covers. He's a single, taking the score now to 38 as the case may be. Looking a little more comfortable is King in his stroke play. Looked like a fairly organized player. Can see why he was asked to open. Good technique. Pitching there on the middle, turning down to the leg side of the off spinner tie, worked in to the onside by King. So both King and Balagapala looks very easy, looks very comfortable. Balagapala on strike. Tie comes in. Bowls. Pitches middle. Cut away to point. And as the case may be, just a single. Turning over the strike comfortably is King and Balagapola. 40 for 2, Orlando, after 6 overs. End of the power play. So we're now heading into over number 7. Another change of bowling options here in terms of the Atlanta Lightning, trying to force a third wicket. Having seen Vegi, Patel, Simhadri, and Tai bowl so far, with Vegi and Patel taking a wicket, and Samhadri and Saeed Tai just bowling over. But they'll be open to very much at the end of this power play period with bowlers now taken out of the center circle and be added to the boundary. They'll be bringing in Azim into the picture. Dawood Azim to try and see if he can break this partnership between Balagapala and King, who are 9 and 12 respectively. Oh, pitching just outside off, backing off. On the left arm orthodox spinner. There was King looking to pierce the gap. Only found the cover fielder. No run. 40 for 2. Still Orlando after 6.1. Oh, still pitching outside left is the orthodox spinner. Again cutting away to backward point. This time the non-striker Balagapala forces the run and forces King to leave his mark, getting a single for their team. But the left arm spinner has made a good start, pitching outside half and turning away. 2 back cuts, 1 single. 41 for 2. Interesting clash. Interesting contest right there. Okay, a little bit short and hanging in the air. That one was asked to be hit and did get cut by Balagapala, who hustled King once more and getting 2 runs and moving the score to 43 for 2 after 6.3. So looking to step up things here, as I said, Balagapala has looked rather purposeful since he has walked in at number 4 for this Orlando team. Backing off is he now. Interesting shot. Interesting over the cover. Looking like a top class batsman here is Balagapala. Backing off to the leg side, and Dawood's flighting that one a little bit more, looking to try potentially deceive the batsman, but he was ready for it, was Balagapala, and he hit over cover in convincing fashion. 4 runs all day. Oh, decent comeback here now from Azim. a little bit quicker, a little bit flatter, and he has gotten just reward in terms of at least at the minimum not being scored off, not being hit for four. So very good comeback there from uh, Dawood Azim. Left arm orthodox. Again, pitches down leg this time, adjusting in the creases, Balagapala, and working that one on behind square, getting an easy single as the case may be. Taking his team and his score to 47 for 2 now at the end of the seventh over. So decent comeback here from Orlando as we move into the eighth over of this interesting Southern Division contest of Major League Cricket 2024, sponsored by Yash Technologies.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Saeed continues here from this end of this contest. Uh, he comes in with his legs. Oh yes, no, he is bold. He has bowled Balagapala, who's on 16 from 17 deliveries, looked imperious, looked the most positive, if not intention of the Orlando batter so far. But Saeed, I mean, who is at the top of the charts here in the Southern Division, show why he's so dangerous. Bowling an interesting off-spin delivery that clipped the top off there. Has Balakapala tried to swing it through mid-wicket, failing his attempt and giving the Atlanta Lightning some life here. They have now gotten their third wickets and they have put the Orlando Galaxy under pressure, back under pressure at 48 for 3 after 7 overs here in this contest of Minor League Cricket 2024, brought to you by Yash Technologies. So there we go. Ty striking the all important blow as the Atlanta Lightning, who since the second over has failed to tame the batters, 5 overs later have now been able to get their third scalp as they seek to keep this Orlando Galaxy team down. Down? Why? Because they're at the bottom of this 8 team standing here with only one win from 5 games and 4 defeats. Uh, as the case may be, from 7 games, the Atlanta Lightning have won 3 and lost 4. Not the best of seasons, but they're hoping if they are able to chalk up their fourth victory here, they will join Atlanta Fire at the top of the division. And if things doesn't go well for Baltimore Royals and Morrisville in the next weekend's game, they could very well get one of the two playoff spots. Here comes the off spinner Ty, spinning, pitching a good delivery there, pitching outside off, turning in, close to the top of that off stump, just as how we dismissed Balagapala 3 deliveries ago. But seeming to find his form and getting good bounce and turn is Sayib Tai. New batsman is Syed. Oh, Syed there going forward, reading the off spin and turning him to him from outside off. No run. Being congratulated there is the bowler by the keeper. Here comes Tai. Flighted up outside off. Oh, what a flash. Is he out? Yes, he is. He's caught on the boundary. And the side must be feeling that he had gotten that one. He quickly got on the back foot, swung that through mid wicket, the off spinner, and thought it would have gone for 6, only to find the fielder right on the end of the boundary who watched the ropes, timed his catch per se, and has now sent the Orlando batter here back to the pavilion, fourth wicket goes down for Orlando at 48 runs. And this after 7.5 overs. Coming back in this contest is the Atlanta Lightning. Satai. Saeed Tiger in his second wicket. And at this position, the Atlanta Lightning will be smiling. Right arm off spinner here, Saib Tai, doing very well for his team. In the 8 matches so far this season, he has gone 10 wickets for 66 runs, doing very well with off spinners. And as the case may be, he has put his team in a commanding position at the end of the power play, 6 overs, and into now the 8 over. Orlando are 4 wickets down, four of their top batters down for only 48 runs. Going in clearly now for the kill as the case may be. Will it be this Atlanta Lightning team? They would want to dismiss Orlando for under 100, which would make their chase that much easier. Oh, edging away there is a new batsman, Desai. Bowler's arms in the air, keeper as well. No one will be able to stop that all the way to the third man boundary. Off the mark is Desai with a rather fortuitous edge of uh, keeper and a slip. Would have both thought that they were in for a chance, but that went rather quickly and sped away for four. Orlando getting now across the 50 runs mark. They are now 52 for 4 at the end of 8. Hardik Desai is a new batsman. Off his first delivery, he's now 4 not out. With him is still opener Romario King. He's on 13 not out after 20 deliveries. And you'd have seen King, that is his batting mate who was doing so well, Balagapala, being dismissed just recently for 16 runs for the top scorer in the innings so far. But rather interesting contest with Atlanta slightly on top. We're back now to Azim, the left arm orthodox spinner. Bowling to the new batter here, Hardik Desai. Pitching at rather an uppish length and just popping and spinning away from the batter, who ran it down to backward of point, and they have gotten 2 runs. Desai has now moved on to 6. What a delivery just popped up. The pitch doesn't look to be playing the easiest here. Batsmen seem to have to be working and be watching the ball very closely. Left arm spinner Dawood Azim looking for his third wicket. Outside off, turning away, just dropped in the offside to the cover fielder. No run there on the part of number 5 batsman Desai, who looks rather busy at the crease. You want to feel good about his start. 6 runs from 3 deliveries. There he goes again, shuffling over to the offside and pushing that ball into short mid wicket. Keeper had to run to pick up. So a single added to Desai's total and also to Orlando's score. Orlando now has moved to 56 for 4 of 8.4 overs. Azim, Bowes, outside off, continues to turn away. That should have been a four delivery. King holds his head high, short and wide, turning away, backed off, tried to play the square cut. If that has made contact, all it needed to do was to find the gap, and it should have been four. Azim, wow, much better flighted delivery, a better bounce and turn away. Both the keeper and the bowler looked in the air. That was close to the outside edge. However, some would argue it's also a missed opportunity on the part of King. That should have been flashed through point potentially for four. Short, wide, turning away. In fact, it ended up being no runs. 56 for four is Orlando after nine. So we are back here. Seems to be what another change in bowling here. Is it? Is it? No. Saib Tai continues. Off spinner. Got rid of the dangerous ball up in the previous over. Pushed in the onside there by the side. Wow. This single wasn't taken. He was sent back. King was halfway down and he was sent back. That should have been a single, but King has encouraged the side to say continue. Off spinner tie, looking for his third wicket. Comes in bold, flighted. In the air, pushed into the middle wicket region. This time they jogged for a single. Didn't look too convincing there was Desai. Didn't use his feet to get to delivery. Just kind of smothered it in the middle wicket area. And in the end, getting a single to move on to eight with a score now 57 for 4 after 9.2. Off spinner, tie continues. Bowls, pitches on middle. Still trying to work this one on the inside is King, who is on 14 from 23, delivers the opener King. He's now in, and he'll be the one that Orlando will be hoping to can now continue lifted bats. Bowling up a little bit flighted, and as we said, Ty flighted that one, and King did hit his lift his bat, get under that one, and get a six, a maximum. We haven't seen that in a long time. If not, could potentially be the first of the innings. But that one was asking to be hit, and they've now set Mario King, got under it, got his hand through it, hit it straight and high, and 6 runs to the Atlanta Orlando innings here. They have now moved on to 6-3 for 4 after 9.4 in this intriguing contest. Both teams are trying to get on top. Atlanta clearly, but Orlando is trying to get back. Oh, push down the ground, flights it again. Wow, that's a return. That's an appeal. That should have been close. Wow. The square leg umpire says not out, but pushed, flighted and pushed to the bowler. Out of his crease was a wandering King. The bowler he quickly threw it back to the stumps, eventually hitting the stump, but not out, despite a quick, scramble back into his crease from King. 6-3 for 4 is Orlando after 10 overs. Halfway stage. In fact, one delivery remains. The umpires has gotten back to his mark. Bowling, this time from over the wicket to King. He swings the mid wicket, hustles for two. The deep midfielder fires in the return, but 2 runs nonetheless to the total. We have now ended the 10th over. We have now reached the halfway stage. We have now reached the water break stage. And Orlando are 65 for 4 against the Atlanta Lightning in this crucial fixture of the Southern Division of Minor League Cricket 2024, brought to you by Yash Technologies. Orlando, not doing well this season, having had a poor start with 1 win from their 5 matches, are looking to potentially get their second here. While Atlanta, who have played 7 games, they have lost 4 and won 3, but are hoping to score their fourth victory and go to the top of the standing along with the Atlanta Fire and try to get one of the 2 spots to the Eastern Conference playoff ahead of the big national playoffs that will decide the minor league champions of 2024. We're back. Azim continues. Flighted delivery on mid stump, trying to turn that one into the onside. Is Desai, Adik Desai. Got a top edge. Eventually, got a single as well. And has now taken this Orlando team to 6-6. And scoring roughly 6.5 at the end of 10 overs. They want to get 7 or more to pose at least 140 runs. The bean to this match here today is the Orlando Magic team. Cuts away the backward of point is the now set king. He has now moved the score to 6-7 and his personal score to 23. And it's now back to Desai, who hasn't looked convincing. Walking across, guiding that delivery. First the backward point, the fielder pushed it to the point fielder. No run. Still 6-7 for 4. Orlando batting first against Atlanta Lightning. Flighted. Outside off again. Push to point. Brilliant pickup and a brilliant return. Being applauded by all his Atlanta Lightning teammates. And still no run for Desai. 9 runs off 8 deliveries. He must be feeling some pressure at this midway stage. Flighted. And this time Desai swings, makes a connection all the way across the boundary, getting that well sought after boundary on his part. This will do his confidence a whole lot. A little bit more flighted and a little bit more up towards Desai, and he gets under it, swings that one down to cow corner, I would call it, and getting 4 runs for his team as they seek to make a comeback and try to get into an imposing position. Again, at this halfway stage, you'd want to feel at least what we have seen in scores this minor league season is that scores of 7 runs per over for 20 overs, invariably 140 runs or more, have been proven very difficult to get. What you find on the international scene is that our major top domestic tournaments, anything at 8 runs per over or 160 runs per team, is normally what the standard. But at this minor league level, the batting has not been the greatest. The bowling at times has been more spot on. So 140 would be an ideal total after 10.5 overs, 71 for 4, scoring at roughly what 6.7 runs per over. Orlando will feel that they can get the par score of 140 or the par runs of 7 runs per over if they continue. But they have lost 4 of their top batters, and they will have to depend on their middle to lower order to get them to that 140 plus, preferably total. Or Atlanta Lightning, on the other hand, will know that wickets can come in pairs, and they have taken 4 of the main batsmen for this Orlando team. So 2 wickets here could allow them to dismiss Orlando potentially for less than 100, ideally less than 140, which would make their chase more comfortable. It's 71 for 4. The ball appears to be lost or cannot be found at this point after 10.5 overs is Orlando. So the ball has now, quote unquote, been found. We didn't need to go to one of those old time rules of a lost ball being declared and potentially runs being given to teams, etc. One wonders what the modern day rules are on that because we haven't seen lost ball being declared in ages at least. And you wonder if it's in the T20 rules to that level. But having said that, we're now back on the field. Orlando 71 for 4 after 11 overs, seeking to pose a challenging total here for the Atlanta Lightning team and trying to get their second win of the season is the Orlando Magic. As we mentioned earlier, Atlanta are seeking their fourth. In fact, this is their last preliminary round fixtures of their 8 preliminary round matches. They want to end with 4 wins and 4 losses at a minimum and hope that they can qualify either along with Atlanta Fire or ahead of Baltimore Royals and Morrisville Raptors, who have 2 games in hand.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Delegation. They are now bringing into the attack what appears to be a spinner in terms of Subash Sankar. Sankar bowls up, seems to be bowling leg break. Uh, that one was what a rather quick one, pitched up, missing. Or swing across the line was the batter there. King. He got a single. Subash takes a deep breath, walks in, bowls, flighted it, off spin, turns out to be a full toss. Hit through the cover, coming around his mid off, but not quick enough to cut off the single from the side there and moving the Orlando Magic's total to 73 for 4. Flighted there from Sankar, worked into the mid wicket region by King, who as we mentioned earlier is now set opener King. He has faced 27 deliveries, has gotten 24 runs, a little bit less than run a ball, but he's there and he's allowing new batters like Desai to get into a rhythm. Flighted, lifted, ball and catch. Opportunity there, missed by Sankar. Holding his helmet was the wicketkeeper. Had Sankar jumped a little bit more higher and perhaps with more intent, he could have taken a return catch. But nonetheless, it's a single to Desai, moving the score along to 75. Flighted this time by Sankar and cracked back to the bowler is King, trying to get a run off a misfield. Failed. So the score still remains at 75. Sankar much, much wider. Ooh, churning in. That seems to be just inside the wide line. And no run there on the part of King. And Orlando still remains on 75 for 4 at the end of the 12th over. These two teams are battling it out. So, in case you're just joining up for the first time, welcome to the coverage here of this minor league cricket encounter 2024 Yash Technology sponsored tournament. It is in its 4th season. As you know, it's the feeder, if not the the younger tournament to Major League Cricket, which is taking over the American scene for the past 2 years. And we're a contest between Orlando and Atlanta here at the Paramount Cricket Oval in Atlanta, just outside Atlanta, inside Georgia. Worked in the onside there. Is the side getting a single? And Orlando now moving on to 7-6. We're now in the 13th over. As we mentioned earlier, Orlando will be wanting to start hitting and be getting some more boundaries to try and move to at least 7 runs per over at the end of their 20. Coming up is Azim, left arm orthodox, pitching outside leg, helped on his way down to backward square. The fielder coming in, but only not being able to prevent the single, returning a good, comfortable return to the keeper over the stump. 78 is now the score, Orlando, after 12.2 overs. King has now moved. He's currently on 27, and Desai has now moved to 16 from 14. So something should be happening anytime now. King, set. What will he do? Comes up, flighted. And as we expressed, under that delivery was King, and ensuring that he got another six here for his team. Something had to give. The pressure was telling. The balls were drying up at this midway stage of the innings, and under it was King, and hitting that one high over mid wicket for six. Valuable runs. Taking Orlando now in the 80s. They are now 84 for 4 after 12.3. So, interesting phase. One of two things needed to happen just now. Either Azim would have struck to get his third wicket of the innings, or King needed to go to try and get this Orlando team, as you say, over 140 for their 20 overs. Again, let's see what happens next delivery. Oh, short and not too wide, but slashed away to cover point. Only 1 run there on the part of King. He now moves on to 34. Orlando now moves on to 85 for 4 after 12.4. So again, another interesting stage. What will we see here? Will decide who comes in at number 6 in one of the hitting areas of a team's innings. Will he look to go for Azim, or will Azim strike? Azim flighted. Ooh, that one. No, I mean, that would not have been what Desai was hoping for. A flighted delivery that appears to be on leg stump at best, if not outside. But the umpire thought it was on leg. He has given it out. And Desai has to go leg before wicket. And as we were anticipating, something needed to take place at this stage of the innings, 12.5 overs. And he was hit earlier, Azim, for 6 by King. But with a single taken, it brought Dasai, and Dasai tried to go for a big hit, a 6 off Azim here, missed and was adjudged leg before wicket. And they have lost their fifth wicket, has Orlando. They are now 85 for 5, and the Atlanta Lightning has struck. Very, very, very cheerful Atlanta team. They just huddled. They'll feel good. They feel like they have made a good strike. Albeit Desai, while making 16 runs, didn't look the most confident, if not comfortable at the crease. But he was getting singles and the occasional boundary. He has now left, but it has brought into the fray Orlando Neville, number 7 batter, who will be hoping to continue or at least help Romario King to post. Manav Patel is a new batter, and let's see what he brings to the table. Is he a big clean hitter, or again he'll struggle, as we saw somewhat with Desai earlier. If he's a clean, confident hitter, he could help to bolster this innings for the Orlando team. Ooh, left arm spinner. That's an arm ball push. An appeal by Azim. Pitch just outside of clipping the top of the pad as he prodded forward was a new batter. But in the end, no run. There we are seeing the last wicket of Desai swinging across the line and adjudged to leg before wicket. Now found herself going into the 14th over with Orlando 85 for 5. They should pass this 100 total comfortably from here. But how much more than 100 will they get? Do they get what we believe the par score here would be at 7 runs per over 140 runs? Do they exceed and get 8 runs per over from here and get to 160? Or will they get a minimum of, say, 6 runs per over with wickets falling and fall for 120? Whatever it is, folks, let's stick around and see. Here comes off spinner tie back into delivery. Short, pulled to deep mid wicket by the informed king, or the now settled king, who has now moved on to 35 from 36 delivery, just about to run a ball. He will need to stay if this Orlando team is going to get to a score above 120. As I say, ideally 140. So once he's there, Orlando will feel good, and the new batters will feel comfortable, as they all they need to do is turn the strike over to King. Patel, it is now. Manav Patel facing off spinner tie, who bowls that one a bit wide, worked through the point area. A single looked fairly competent, if I may dare say. Looks far more technically correct is Patel than the prior batsman Desai, who really scuffled a lot in his innings before he eventually fell for 16. So here was it. Off spin attack going around the wicket. Pitching up. Ooh, that's an arm delivery spotted late by King. He initially set himself up for the off spin. He saw the ball leaving and tried to dab it, but missed entirely. Here we go. Good bowling there from Saib Tai. Off spinner short and bouncing high. It's in the air. Turned out to be a comfortable catch in the end. Ty there benefiting arguably from a favorable bounce from the wicket. It caught King. It popped at King, and rather than maybe moving his bat out of the way, he tried to very much go for it, as we can see here, and then not succeeding, hitting the top of the bat. A comfortable call, catch for mid wicket running in, a wicket that would have been welcoming for this Atlanta Lightning team. They have gotten their sixth batter down here, and the big prize wicket of King, who at 30 with 35 runs from 37 deliveries, looked set and was required to be there if Orlando were to get their best total. So we're now 87 for 5 Orlando Galaxy against the Atlanta Lightning. Looking back at this Orlando Galaxy inning so far, it is clear that this is a big breakthrough. Akeem Dobbs went for 7, Romario King now for 35, Munil Dutil Patel went for naught, Balakapola came quick, fire 16, Soib Syed, he went for naught. So it's now down to the tail of this Orlando Magic team to see what they can get, what they can muster. In fact, with 4 wickets remaining, Slash we're now arguably in the bowler, among the bowlers. They at 87 for 6 will be hoping to first get past the psychological 100 mark, and then after that, see how much they can get. So it's advantage Atlanta Lightning. Here comes Saib Tai, who has been picked up his third wicket just now. Pushed in the offside is the new batter, Bolisetti. He gets off the mark. Move the scores to 88 for 6 of 13.5 overs. As we move into the final delivery here from Tai, who is now 3 wickets for 20 runs. in his final over. Pitching going down. He doesn't get his fourth, but it is 3 wickets. Welcome nonetheless from this interesting off spinner. He bowls from around the wicket. He bowls from over Saib tie, that is. He has ended with 3 for 20 from his allotted 4 overs, and he has put the Atlanta Lightning in a very commanding position over Orlando, who are 88 for 6 after 14 overs.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Over for 6 runs without a wicket so far, as the delegation, Atlanta Lightning team, try to close out this Orlando innings, hopefully on their part for a less than 100. So here comes Sim Hadri, left arm, over. Oh, that one appears to have held this line, squared up the new batter, Balisetti. He does, in fact, look like a number 8 there. Doesn't look as organized of a player. Maybe looking for a loose delivery to free his arm. Maybe that's his best bet. But so far, Simhadri has pulled well. This time coming, pitching this time, outside leg swinging down, getting the bat on was Balisetti there onto that delivery, cutting it to mid wicket, but could not beat the mid wicket fielder, so no run. Still 88 for 6 at the end of 14.2 are the Orlando Magic team. Simhadri now comes in, hoping for a better delivery again. Keeper this time is up to the wicket, collects, hit the clear the bails, appealed for a stumping. But not out, says the umpire. There we go. Pitching, middle stump, swinging away. Keeper being very quick, but batsman feet is grounded. Nothing there. Hey, we're now on screen. LBW. We are now on screen, and that's a better delivery from Sim Hadwe. Pitching up. Again, seems to be on middle and leg. The batsman missing while he played forward was Balisetti, and he has to go back for one after finishing 5 deliveries and not looking rather convincing. So it's another wicket here for the Atlanta team. They are now put Orlando under pressure. And here we go with the replay from Sam Hadri. This one coming back. Wow. We're actually seeing the stumps from this handle. Whoa. That's will be tough on the batsman's part, because that was pitching anywhere on leg or just outside leg. Well, the umpire said it's on leg and it's angling down. But the umpire felt it was still straight enough and gave the leg before decision. Not sure I entirely agree, but Bali said he had to go back. And it's another wicket down for Orlando, 88 for 7 at the end after 14.4. And they are going back very quickly to the pavilion, are these Orlando batters. What was once an opportunity over or two ago to get a total above 120 may now look to be a struggle. Pitching wide, going across the new batter, Sarawat, is Sim Hadri. 1 for 6 of 1.5 deliveries. This is Hammer, the left arm seamer, who has been swinging it out and bringing back the deliveries and has been getting some rewards toward the latter part of the innings here. This one swinging in back to the batter. He took a while to get off for the single. He pushed it to mid on. In the end, he did. So Sarah Watt is now off the mark. He's now on 1 from 2 deliveries. Orlando has now moved to 89 for 7 at the end of 15.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
And the Atlanta Lightning from the Parham Veers Cricket Oval here in Atlanta, Georgia. Bowling now is the leg spinner Patel. He has come back. He's 1 for 12 off his 2 overs. Pitching on off, moving away, batsman pushing it to back with a point, getting a single is Sarawat, the newer batter. And he has now moved on to 2. And we now have Manav Patel. He has faced 3 deliveries for 1 run. Theoretically, he should be the better batter. Let's see what he can produce. Okay, pitching just off, guiding it down to short third man is Patel. No run. Single near. No for Patel. Working that one through the mid wicket area. 90 for 7. Here we go. Sonny Patel pitching that one outside off. Looking to run that one again on the third man region is Serwat. Missing out. Still 91 for 7. Again looking to run that one is Serwat. Similar delivery here from Patel. Using the flight well. Keeping it outside off. Stifling Serwat as he seeks to now swing his arms. How big is that connect? Big enough to clear the boundary. 6 runs. 6 runs off the last delivery. And that will allow the Orlando team to feel as if they can indeed A, get over this 100 mark, and B, towards a respectable total in this first innings of this contest. 6 runs, 97 for 7 at the end of 16. Sim has just straight on the leg side there and worked for 4. Manang Patel. He moves on to now 6, and 100 is up for Orlando. A bad delivery there, straight down the leg side, and Sim Hadri used the opportunity. Patel working that delivery down to the deep mid wicket boundary. So the hundreds is up 102 for 7, and Orlando should be feeling well. Pitched up there on the part of Sim Hadri. Only a single to the total. Sarah Watt on that occasion 103. So we are now in the final overs, and a lot should be happening with these 3 wickets in play. Going across the lower order batsman here, the number 9 batsman is Sim Hadri. Sim Hadri, who has been mostly on the mark. He's 1 for 13. He's now in his 3rd over. Let's see if Seward can get under any of these deliveries. He did. He does. He tried to lift that one. Not high enough to go beyond the boundary, but high enough to drop just in front of mid-off, moving the score to 104 for 7 at it of 16.3. Seward now moves to 9 and Patel on 3. Simhadri runs in. Bowles pitching outside leg, angling down, helped on its way there by Patel. In fact, it's a leg by, and the score has moved to 106 for 7. We're in over number 17, and Orlando will need some fireworks to get to a far more respectable total than they currently are. Pulled backward the square, however, only to the fielder in the deep. Only one run of that, I would say, bad delivery going down the leg. However, Sabat could not get enough bat or enough placement, and only a single. 107 now the total has moved. Two delivers remain in this the 17th over. Simhadri runs in. Full toss. Drop to mid wicket. Straight to the fielder, however, no run. So scores remain in 107 for 7. With one delivery remaining in the 17th over. Simhadri 1 for 17 of his 2.5. And the batters, Patel is on 3 of 7 and Sewat of 10 of 9. Simhadri comes in, bowls on mid wicket, pushes it to mid off. In fact, extra cover, cleanly fielded, and no run. 107 for 7 it is at the end of 17.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Pitched up, play to backward point, no run. We're now here in the 18th over, and back in the bowling is a leg spin option of Sunny Patel. He has taken 1 for 20 prior of his 3 overs. In his final over, seeking a second wicket, trying to stifle this Orlando team to be dismissed potentially for less than a 20. Full toss, hit back to the bowler too quickly, could not be held on to. Drop catch it was, being applauded by the wicket keeper, but it did come back fast to Sunil Patel here from Seward. Could not hold on. Fiery it was. In the end, no wicket, no run. Oh, we have now gotten a single of this delivery, worked into the mid-wicket area on the part of Seward. Brought Patel now on strike. Sunny Patel is the bowler. Leg spin, outside off, pitched up, swings. And that should be comfortably a 6. It is straight over mid-wicket. And another 6 to the innings. Rushing through this over here is Sunny Patel. But Monarch Patel, the batter, did not miss out on that one. Pretty much flighted, pitched up, outside off. The leg spin going across the right-hand batter. And he duly obliged, hitting through the line and getting a full blow on that delivery. And taking his personal score, if not personal confidence, up. And putting Orlando into now the teens of the hundreds. Here comes Patel once more. This one now drives down to extra cover. There appears to be a misfield. It is. Comfortable single in the end. Orlando has moved now to 115 for 7. With one delivery remaining here in the 18th over, Sirwat on 11, Patel on 10. So here we go. Sonny Patel, the bowler. Short. Ooh. Wow, what a return catch. Wow. That one was fire. And he held on this time, is Sonny Patel. Missed out on the first occasion, but his return catch taken rather comfortably. And the celebrations are on. Let's see the replay. Bowl, short, wide. Looking to pull that one over the bowler's head. It just bubbled up into his chest region. He held on. And the eighth wicket has fallen off for Orlando. They are now 115 for 8 at the end of 18. Right, so we're now in the penultimate over, being bowled by Sim Hadri. Here he comes, runs in, bowls to Shah, the new batsman, who immediately swings that delivery. He has only succeeded to find the deep mid wicket fielder. Wow. Is it? Is it lightning? Is it the end here for the Orlando team shortly? Because they have lost now their ninth wicket. First delivery, he swung it to mid wicket. He would have thought he would have middled it fairly well, but only straight to the fielder. No celebration on the part here of the Atlanta Lightning players because they're wrapping up the tail in quick succession. They have now fallen to 115 for 9 is Orlando Magic in trying to set a rather competitive total here. This you don't want to say is less than respectable. You want to get to 120 to call it a respectable total at a minimum. But they're now down to their final wicket. And Sim Hadri, in his fourth and final over, he's now 2 for 17. And the new batsman is Ganaski. With him is Shah, who is 0 not out of 0 deliveries, as the case as Ganaski. Can they get Orlando beyond this 120 mark, at which is 6 runs per over at a minimum, which is a bowling total with little room for error? Or will it just end now and give Atlanta a smaller total to chase? Comes Sim Hadri. Left arm. It ends now. Pitch up. Bold is Ganaski. And 115 will be the total for Orlando Magic batting first here against the Atlanta Lightning. As we see in the replay here, spot on. All he needs to do is aims directly at the stump. That's he did. The batsman in this case here, failed to make connection. Stumps, off stump being dislodged. And at the end of the day, a total of 115 all out was all that Orlando Galaxy could afford. Running through the lineup here, we started with the openers Dobson and King. Dobson went for 7 first. King eventually made 35. We then saw Balakova came in. He made 16 off 18. Looked impressive, but didn't last long enough. Hardik Desai struggled somewhat. He made 16 off 15. At the end of the day, Sumit Shawat at the end threw his bat. He made 11. 115 all out it turned out to be. And at the end of the day, will this total be enough? One asks. Atlanta Lightning now needs 116 from their 20 to potentially get their fourth win in their final fixture of the preliminary stage. Let's see what happens on the other side in this contest here at the Paramveers Oval in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta Lightning looking in charge against this Orlando Magic unit. We'll be back. Here comes Viggy. Pitches outside, flashing is Dobson, edging away all the way down to third man and for four over the boundary. Ooh. Pitching, popping, hitting the batsman on the top of that single. Patel now faces his first delivery. Wow, that one is rather close. Rather close. And it's given out. He's given out. The number 4, and he duly obliged in swinging through the line, over cover, between over mid off actually. Oh, again, short and wide. This time, King makes no mistakes. He positions himself with the square cut and beating the backward point fielder in a better position. Oh, a little bit wider. See if you can see his fingers rolling over that, but not quick enough. Number 4 for this Orlando team. Backing off is he now. Interesting shot. Interesting over the cover. He comes in with his legs. Oh, yes, no. He is bold. He is bold, Balagapala, who's on 16 from 17 deliveries, looked imperious. Here comes Ty. Flighted up outside off. Oh, what a flash. The chase that much easier. Oh, edging away. There is a new batsman, Desai. Bowler's arms in the air. Keeper as well. They can now continue lifted bats. Bowling up a little bit flighted. And as we said, Ty flighted that one. And King did lift his bat. Get this midway stage. Flighted. And this time, Desai swings, makes a connection all the way across the boundary. Set. What will he do? Comes up, flighted. And as we expressed, under that delivery, Azim, or will Azim strike? Azim, flighted. Ooh, that one. No, I mean, here we go. Good bowling there from Saib Tai. Off spinner short and bouncing high. It's in the air. Turned out to be a cup. To now swing his arms. How big is that connect? Sonny Patel is the bowler. Leg spin, outside off, pitched up, swings. And that should be comfortably a 6. It is. Straight. 10. So here we go. Sonny Patel, the bowler. Short. Ooh. Wow, what a return catch. Wow. Bowled by Sim Hadri. Here he comes, runs in. Bowls to Shah, the new batsman. We immediately Atlanta a smaller total to chase. Comes Sim Hadri. Left arm. It Welcome back to the second innings of this rather interesting contest, Major League Cricket. We're in season 4, the Southern Division clash between the Orlando Magic and the Atlanta Lightning here from the Paramount Cricket Complex here in Atlanta, Georgia. Here we go, Serwat opening the bowling. Single of the very first delivery for the Atlanta team. Single on the part of opener Chen Su, who will be hoping that he, along with his opening partner here, be able to take Atlanta past this rather manageable total, a required total of what? Started at 5.95, now it's a 6 runs per over. Needing to score 115 to win. Now of 19.5 deliveries. So here comes Sarawat, comes in, bowls to the other opener here, which is Chen Shu. He works that one down to fine leg. Batsman looking for a second. Eventually caught it. It's Chen Shu. He now moves. Murphy it was actually. Oh, it's actually 3 runs on the part of Chen Shu. It's a good run in there on the part of Chen Su. As this Atlanta team goes to 4 without loss after the first 2 deliveries. Comes here what? Picks up right through the line, is swinging his bat. There is Murphy. Not a large bat swing, just rather a check drive, as they say, over the top, over extra cover. And the first boundary of the innings has been struck by Murphy. Atlanta are now 8 without loss after 3 deliveries in this contest against the Orlando Magic. Remember, it's almost needed a victory here for the Lightning to keep their playoffs hopes alive. Sarah comes in over the wicket, bowls on the leg stump, worked behind square comfortably by Murphy. Should be a comfortable 2 on his part. So straight down the leg side here is Sewat. Not necessarily the best of delivers. You want to be out to the off stump. You do not have a lot of runs on the board. You need to let the batsmen work for every run they get. And it's far better deliveries that are required. So here we come. Sewat over the wicket. Hustles in, bowls on mid stump. Lift over point by Murphy. Celebrated by the Atlanta Lightning outfit. They have now scored the second boundary of the innings. They have now moved to 14 without loss in this opening over. And what a start. Atlanta Lightning, with 3 wins and 4 defeats in their 7 matches so far, seeking their 4th victory and also seeking to go to second in the standings behind the Atlanta Fire unit, who have all but secured one of 2 playoff spots. They're wanting to win this one impressively as the Lightning to get their net run rate up. Much better delivery there. Pitching just side at a better length outside off. Played to cover and had to be respected in terms of no runs. So end of the first over, 14 without loss. A big one for the Atlanta Lightning as they seek victory over the Orlando Magic.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Okay, so we are back here. Action at the Paramveers Cricket Complex here, and we're seeking to find out who will be the winner of this contest between the Orlando Magic and the Atlanta Lightning in the Southern Division contest. Remember, we have the Southern, Eastern, as well as the Western and Northern divisions battling out, Central divisions battling out for the national playoff spots. Hey, that one keeping a bit low on Chenchu. He did get some bat into it to deep backward square. Did get a single at the end. So in this second over from Balagapala, he will be hoping to can bring things back for this Orlando Magic team, who hasn't won in 5 fixtures. There are 4 defeats and a loss. So with 3 matches to go, they want to end their season on the eye. You want to figure from here. Orlando pitching up was Balakopala, playing down to deep mid on was Murphy. He now moves on to 12, brings back Chenchu on strike, and brings Atlanta total to 16 without loss. We're 1.2 deliveries in chase of 116 to win. Pola comes in, much better delivery outside off the medium pacer. The keeper standing up, collecting fairly cleanly there. And he seems to be a good cricketer, this Balagapola. He came in, he made 16 in the opening innings, but his intent from ball one, shows, and his technique shows that he's quite a capable cricketer. So he's now doing some medium works, as we would call it, outside the off, hoping to bring his team back in this contest. Wow, brilliant delivery. Pitched up in that block hole, outside off, if not on off stump, had to be blocked on the parts of Chenchu, who is on 4 runs from 4 deliveries so far. No runs added to the total, 16 without lost is Atlanta Lightning. And we are now 2 deliveries to go in the second over. Balagapala comes in, medium pace, outside off, wide width, and slashed away between cover and backward point. And at the end of the day, 2 valuable runs being added to the total here. You would have hoped that you would have gotten more from that. It was short, it was wide, it was there to be hit. He eventually cut that one between backward point and point, but not enough to take it to the boundary. But 2 runs nonetheless. 18 without lost, Atlanta. As they seek to get to this total of 116 in as quicker runs as possible, so as to get a good net run rate, knowing that their season so far has been par. Oh, that one is short, angling down leg, taking his hands off the bat is the Chensu, getting a single down to deep mid wicket, and in the end, getting his team another run, 19 without loss now. Lightning start from the Lightning per se. 19 without loss after 2.2 overs. So back in the action, we're now heading into the third over, being bowled by Sawat, the opening pacer. Medium works, outside off. Nice cover drive being played here by Chenchu. Was moved on to 8 with that single, pushed to long off. taking the Atlanta score to 20 without loss. At the end, are, if I may dare say, here in the third over, with one delivery being bowled, none for 14 is Sewat, looking to make a breakthrough for the Orlando Magic. Here he comes, bowls, outside off, pitched up, and struck very well over deep, long on. And that will be 6. A magnificent shot on the part of Murphy. He seems to be a no-nonsense player. He has now moved on to 24 from 8 deliveries. Once it's in his zone, he's going. And he has gotten on that one perfectly. He didn't even bother to run. He knew that on connection, that one would have cleared the long on boundary with ease. And he has gotten the team's second 6 of the innings. It's now 26 without loss. The Atlanta Lightning in chase of 116 to win of 2.2 overs. Let's see what Sayward here has as a comeback. Can he get the breakthrough Atlanta needs in this third over? And there he goes, a little more wide, leaving the batter, hanging his bat out. There was Murphy trying to guide it backward of point, only succeeded in getting that delivery to the point fielder. No run. So a ball that maybe should have been cashed in, but didn't. And say what continues. Comes in, bowls this one more closer to the off stump, more cut through the covers, mid off, has to run around, good stop on the boundary. That seems to be 2 runs saved. Again, not the best of delivery, if not threatening of delivery. Pitching short outside off and being cut through extra cover. Mid off fielder had to run all the way around, getting inside. Did he release that in time before he touched the ground? The replay here is checking to confirm if his hand was on the ball. It's hard to see from that handle, but he may very well have released that ball in time. So more than likely, okay, here we are now live. That's a better delivery that comes in to Murphy from say what he had to play a defensive shot, respectful shot as the case may be. No run on the board added. 30 without lost is Atlanta Lightning as they pursue this low total of 116. See what comes in. Again, pitching short, worked in the cover there by Murphy. He eventually scrambles through and gets a single and brings his team total to 31. So a 10 runs per over start, 31 without loss after 3. Brilliant from the Atlanta Lightning.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
So we're now inside the fourth over, being bowled here by Agapala. Pitched outside off, holding his line, being punched to the cover field. There's no run. Good start here by the opening pacer, if not medium pacer. The keeper standing at the crease. Balagapala, none for 5 off 1.1. He comes in now, bowl outside off again, trying to force that one through the offside, through mid off, trying to pierce the gap is Murphy, who's doing well at 23 runs off 12 deliveries, but he could not do so on this occasion. Still no run after the first 2 deliveries of this, the fourth over. Good comeback so far from Balakapala. He comes in, bowls. This one now is pitching and cutting back. If not apparently cutting through the batter. and cutting through the wicketkeeper. Maybe going down to fine leg based on the yes, indeed, and no run. So of the first three deliveries, there's no run off this Balagapalo over. So Murphy has been kept in check for three deliveries, something we haven't seen since the early start of this innings. Here comes Balagapala. This one he pitches on leg, lifted as the case may be, from Murphy down to the long on boundary. He tracks through for a single, taking the Atlanta Lightning total to 32. So a much better over, having gotten belted for 10 runs per over in the first three. The Orlando Magic, they are now making a comeback with this, the fourth over. Balagapala pitches up, mid going down leg, worked down to the deep fine leg boundary. Who comes off? The fielder comes off the boundary quickly, fires in the return. Not enough to prevent a single, but at the end of the day, this Atlanta Galaxy team will be comfortable with a single rather than getting a boundary. So it's now 33 without loss after 3.5. Here we go. Balakala comes in medium pace, pitches up, goes through the line. Is Murphy. Didn't get a good hold on it, but it did not carry either to the middle of fielder. And at the end of the day, it just turns out to be a single. In fact, it turned out to be a very good over. In fact, only 3 runs from it compared to 10 for the prior 3 overs. Atlanta 34 without loss after 4, chasing 116. Looking rather menacing there is is Murphy. He moves and races up to 41. Quite an impressive display here. He's hitting boundaries after boundaries. He's posing with his shots. He looks in imperious form. When he's not going over point, he's going over cover, or he's going over the top, over long off. Quite an interesting innings here from Murphy. He has brought up the 50 for Atlanta after 5 overs, dead on the 10 runs per over mark, and they are in control, the Atlanta Lightning over the Orlando Magic. Wow, what a dismissal. It was not on the cards. He and his teammate was going so well at 50 without loss. But Chen Shu has to go back to the pavilion. Orlando, is this the opportunity to try and get back in the match? Here we go with the replay. Pitched up, short, looking to pull to mid wicket. The ball got big on him, top edge, and in the end, a comfortable catch behind the wicket by the slip fielder there. And it's now 50 for 1 on the part of the Atlanta Lightning as they chase 116 to win. No needing what? 66 runs off 14.5. Well in control with Murphy on 41 of 22 and the new batsman to join him. New batsman is Subhash Sankar. Do we have a twist here early in the plot, or will it be all Atlanta as we head towards the end of this innings? Batting first, 115 posted by the Orlando Galaxy. A small target with roughly just about 6 runs per over required. They have been scoring at 10 runs per over, largely thanks to Murphy. But here, Desai comes in. Short and wide, keeping a bit low, placed to point is the new batter here, Sankar. No run added. What does this mean? Murphy, who was looking imperious at the other end, is dying to get on strike to see how soon he can end this match. Comes in, Desai, wide, swinging away, looking to steal a run. Is Murphy? He does get to the striker's end on the fumble there from the keeper. And the dangerous Murphy with a strike rate of close to 200 so far, with cuts and drives, sixes and fours, has put the Atlanta Lightning in a commanding position over the Orlando Galaxy here at the Paramount Complex in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to get his team to a fourth win in 8 games and potentially in the playoffs. Desai comes in. Oh, decent line and length there from Desai. Had to be respected on the part of Murphy, who once you're slightly off line, has demonstrated he has the ability to hit through the line and clear not only the boundary but infields as necessary. Desai at the top of his mark currently runs in, bowls to Murphy, who has been creative, moves over to the offside and lifts this medium pace, sir, as the case may be, Desai, over the wicketkeeper down to the fine leg boundary. A rather adventurous shot showing that he has range, he has dimensions. He doesn't only goes within the V or up the ground, down the ground, but he can also go behind square. Rather adventurous shot there. Takes him to 45 is Murphy. Looking for a 50 now. Will he get it? It would be well worth it. Desai comes in, bowls. One thing I do admire about the Murphy as a batter, he has a very short bat lift, it may ask. He does a lot of check drives. He doesn't do full drives. Means that he picks up the line and read the length of the deliveries and I use the pace of the deliveries and placement. He doesn't have to use power. And those are attributes, arguably, of a top quality batter. So he has now picked up a signal. He has moved to 46, with Atlanta now moving to 56 at the end of the sixth over for one.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
New bowler, Patel in. Bowls to Murphy, who is trying to get to his 50, trying to get his team to this total as quickly as possible. Hits that one behind square and runs around for two, taking the Atlanta outfit here to 58 for one in the seventh over after going through a power play where they have literally obliterated the bowling attack at 10 runs per over and putting this Atlanta team under a lot of pressure. Putting the Orlando team under a lot of pressure. Patel left arm spin. Much better delivery. Had to be respected. Arm ball as it was by Murphy, who now just need 2 runs to what would be a well-deserved 50. Patel comes in, bowls this one, holding his line, but outside off, enough room for Murphy to back away and guide that delivery through point, raises his back in the protest, a quality 50. See a number of boundaries being hit. 52 of 28 deliveries from Murphy, the opener, was put Atlanta on top. Here we go with the replay. Patel, too much air and just guiding that delivery, as we say. He doesn't go with the full sledge uh, shots. He goes with the check drives, and he has just guided that one through the point boundary. Is Murphy. 52 valuable runs. 62 for one for is Atlanta. Again, caught away, but this time the deep backward point players on the boundary results in only a single. Murphy wouldn't mind. He's still at the crease. 53 runs. New batter Sankar. He's yet to get off the mark. He has faced two delivery. And it is now that Patel, left arm orthodox spinner, that needs to strike if Orlando is to actually start to harbor hopes of making a comeback. Patel walks in, bows, middle, arm ball going down or worked into the mid wicket region. He's a single there for Sankar. He's now off the mark. He brings the inform and the perilous Murphy on strike. Remember, Atlanta Lightning, 3 wins, 4 losses, need this victory to stay in the hunt for a playoff in the Southern Division. So they are just trying to score as quickly as possible. Patel comes in, bowls, pull, flat batted, only down to the mid-off fielder on the boundary. Murphy was able to get that delivery. One more run added to the total. 6-5 now for one of 7 overs. And Atlanta is on top. So Desai now returns. Can he make a breakthrough for Orlando Magic? Comes in, bowls, full toss, on leg stump, worked into the onside on the part here of Murphy, who looks so comfortable, at ease, so purposeful, so in control. Moves on now to 55 runs from 31 deliveries. Trying to take this Atlanta Lightning team to their target of 116 in as quick a time as possible so as to improve the team net run rate should it come down to that to decide who will qualify for the playoffs of the East for the Southern Division here in Minor League Cricket 2024. The Yash Technologies Minor League Cricket comes in Desai. Bowls, pitches, goes down the leg side, wide delivery. A good collect from the wicketkeeper. That one was continuing further down leg. An extra that wasn't needed as Orlando Magic tried to get back into this contest, tried to break this partnership, picks up this crucial wicket potentially of Murphy and of this new batter, Sankar, who's just on 1 runs after 3 deliveries. Desai runs in, right arm over, short, somewhat over the helmet, and signal 1 short for the over by the umpire. Another one of those, and it will be an extra to the total. But that one popped up, wasn't in a position to be even be guided by Sankar. So you'd want to say that's a good ball from the side. What can Orlando Magic do? Not the greatest of season. 1 wins in what? 5 outings, 4 defeats. We don't know 3 matches to go. If they were to win this, they could end with 4 wins, 4 defeats, just like the Lightning is hoping to end. But let's see. Oh, that one is kept low. A swinging of the bat there by Sankar. Rehearsing that he should have played it through the half side. He actually tried to hit it through the mid wicket region. Applauds around by the Orlando Magic team. They know that is now or never. If they do not win this match, they're totally out. If they were to try and make a comeback in this game, it would be mathematically possible. Is it possible to win? Here comes Desai. Bowls. Pitching on leg. Worked to the onside there by Sankar. Now getting the dangerous Murphy on strike. 55, as we mentioned, from 31 deliveries. He now wants to score his fourth Atlanta Lightning win from their 8 preliminary round games in as quick a time as possible, if it is to be a win. So he will want to be able to play with the fluency he has and to be looking as elegant as he has in terms of his stroke play. Desai, medium pace, right arm over the wicket, comes in, bowls just outside off, Kareem through the cover, and that one again moves into the boundary. Again, Murphy shows his class. And again, the Atlanta Lightning is moving towards their total with alacrity. Desai has no answer for Murphy, and he perhaps needs to be pulled from the attack. But do they have backup bowlers? Is the other question. Murphy, now 159. Once you're offline, he's going to score you. That's what has been happening so far. Desai pitches up on leg, missed out. Murphy feels he knocks himself on the thigh to suggest as if he should have whipped that one through the mid-wicket boundary. He does get a single nonetheless. Atlanta moves to 73 for 1 at the end of 8 overs.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Pitched up, played through the cover. Easy single for Murphy takes him now to 61. Patel is the bowler that Orlando is continuing with in hoping that he can make the breakthrough with his left arm orthodox spin. But will it happen? Or will the Atlanta Lightning cruise to this total? Patel comes in, bowls, throws it up, swinging his Sankar, who I must admit doesn't necessarily look the most comfortable, if not relaxed, if not confident of a batsman. He has been edging a lot of deliveries and it looks a bit tentative. But so far, he has survived. And so far, he has Murphy to thank for the comfortable position Atlanta is in. They are now 75 for 1 after 8.2. Patels, left arm, orthodox, goes down the leg side, swept past the keeper. That looked like it should run away all the way down to the boundary. Will it? No, it's cut off just in time. Will they get 2 or 3? We'll watch. But a nice shot there from Murphy, who has looked so comfortable playing within the V and through the offside and in front of the wicket. But at times, he has demonstrated he can go behind the wicket as well with scoops and with sweeps, and has now moved on to 62 and taken his Atlanta team to 76 for 1 in chase of 116 to win at the end of 8.3. We have a minor break on the field for water. Let's see what happens after this. So here we are with a summary of the game so far. The Atlanta Lightning need just a mere 40 runs from 11 overs at just 3.48 runs per over. Easy pickings from this point of view. So far, in their innings, they made 115 in Orlando Galaxy. Romario King, he top scored with 35, the opener, and there were 16 from Desai and another 16 for Balagapala. But the Atlanta Lightning, in terms of bowling wise, Shadri took 3 for 17 and Thai took 3 for 20. So far, the Lightning has been out in a lightning manner with Murphy on 62 not out. Chenchu made 9, but so far they are 76 for 1 and looking large and in charge of this contest and looking to score their fourth win of the season to go with the 4 defeats in this preliminary stage. And after completing this potential win, the Lightning should be on the top of the standings along with the Atlanta Fire, who have done very well in their fixtures so far in scoring 5 wins and 3 defeats. However, Baltimore Royals and the Morrisville Raptors have played 6 games, winning 4 and losing only once, with one no result each. They will be playing next weekend and be hoping to get one of the 2 available spots from the Southern Division to the playoffs. So this contest is key, and winning quickly is even more key for this Atlanta Lightning team, all things being equal. Here comes. Left arm spin, throws it up off Patel. Pressed by Sankar on the front foot to the extra cover boundary region, only for a single, as the case may be, taking the score to 77 for 1. And I'm telling you, this is a decent cricket game being controlled by the Atlanta Lightning aggregation. Here comes Patel, pitching up, little bit flighted. Murphy down on his knee, lifting that one, attempting to lift it over the deep mid on. Only succeed to find the fielder who dived low down in front, and he has now succeeded in dismissing the dangerous Murphy. Could this be a lifeline for Orlando Galaxy? Pitched, flighted outside off, lighted by the left arm spinner, but he couldn't get enough baton to it. Was Murphy couldn't clear the fielder in the deep, and he has to go back for what is a well played 62. Attractive it was, with shots over the infield, over the boundaries, and looking imperious. A lot of check drives. But however, at the end he has to go 62 runs off 36. And it's now 77 for 2 off 8.5. A good comeback by the left arm spinner here. Manav Patel, who is now 1 for 13 with 1 ball remaining in his second over. So at 77 for 2, does Atlanta allow Orlando Magic back into the game, or do they continue on their run rate of 8.72 runs? Oh, short, wide, and signal wide by the umpire was Patel there. Little bit quicker, but flat and wide, but not enough. And Sonny Patel allowed that one to be called. 78 now is the score. Mona Patel comes in, flighted, uh, shuffling across was the new batsman Sonny Patel, playing him into the mid wicket region. Quickly scrambled for 2. And Atlanta Lightning has now moved on to 80 at the end of 9 overs, and they're seeing victory from here.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Good delivery there, one would say from side. Comes in, right arm, off spin, pitched up, swinging through the line. There was Sankar. Again, hasn't looked convincing since he has been at the crease. May have gotten away with that delivery in terms of getting a single, moving the total there to 82 for 2. The Atlanta Lightning looking to ensure that at the end of the day, they get this win in as quick a time as possible. This is their fourth potential win of the campaign in their eighth and final preliminary round fixture. They're 81 for 1 in chase of 116. Here comes Saeed. Comes in off spin, nicely flighted, forcing Patel on the front foot. Looked a comfortable player, number 4 batter here, Sunny Patel. He looked also well when he was bowling. So good all-round cricketer. Saeed comes in bold on the leg stump, clipped into the middle wicket region, running through quickly are the batters, and they're just taking their time after getting off to a flyer. Leg by, it has been signaled by the umpire actually. No batting to that. But he got off to a flyer with 62 from their prolific opener, Murphy. And they're now in a comfortable position. Like from here, they can just work the deliveries to their target for 116 in as quick a time as possible. Come, Saeed. Bowls, flighted, and swung over mid on, over the boundary. 6 runs as signaled by the spectator in close proximity and the umpire. A brilliant shot there, taking the Atlanta Lightning closer to the 100 landmark, and everything was thrown into that one. In fact, some would call that in cricket parlance a lollipop. Flighted outside off from the off spinner, and the right handed Sankar duly obliged in lifting that one over the ropes. Can you do better? Saeed comes in, bowls, flighted again, a little bit quicker, pitching on leg, turning further, if not outside leg, turning further down, and signaled wide by the umpire. So he's trying to, as we would call it in cricket parlance, hide the delivery, but it's not happening. Saeed comes in, one more. Outside off this time, stretching is the batsman Sankar. Didn't have control and eventually has been dismissed, caught by point. And what can we say? Another breakthrough for the Orlando Magic team. Not a great season, as we have pointed out before, having lost 4 of their 5 matches and hoping to win their second here to perhaps have a mathematical chance of getting a playoff spot. Pitch outside half after the previous bad delivery down leg. And the batter not in control, just pushing at it, enough bat on it to get it to point. And at the end of the day, it's a dismissal. And at the end of 10 overs, it's 89 for 3. Atlanta Lightning chasing 116. Patel's. Oh my. That's a dismissal. Another one goes. And it's leg before wicket. Sedin and the Patel, they established the batsman who was there for quite a while. He has now fallen. And Orlando is taking their time to get back in this game, it seems. The off spinner here, let the left arm spinner flighting that one up. Handball going straight on. And LBW today, tomorrow, and next week. Another wicket goes down for the Atlanta Lightning. They are now 89 for 4 after 10.1. They're in a huddle. They seem spirited. They seem as if they still believe they may have the opportunity to come back in this game and force a victory from the jaws of defeat. Four of the top batters for the Atlanta Lightning team are now back in the pavilion thanks to left arm spinner Manav Patel, who's 2 for 16 after 2.1 overs. Patel comes in again, flighted, and he's bowling! All ends up! Wicketkeeper celebrating, bowler celebrating, team celebrating, batsman cannot believe. At the end of the day, another wicket falls, and who knows where this game could go. Orlando Magic has struck. It's now 89 for 5. Atlanta Lightning chasing 116 after 10.2 overs. There we go. Flighted. Pitch in middle. The perfect left arm orthodox delivery. Turning away. Beating the outside edge. Clipping the top off. And that is all you can ask for in terms of a left arm spinner. A batsman beating all ends up. A wicket for your team. And bringing you back in the game fully square now at 89 for 5 after 10.2. What can Patel further do? He comes in, bows, he gets that one, and now the first delivery, if I'm not mistaken, he clips the top off. And what are we seeing here? Bows outside off this time to Mark Parchment, who covers up, pushes through the offside. He's a single. No threat there for third wicket on the trot. And at the end of the day, sigh of relief, somewhat, from the Atlanta Lightning team. New batters off the mark, and they are now 91 for 5, needing just 25 from 9.3. Patel comes in. Can he create further magic here? Nice delivery, pitching on middle and off there, maybe keeping his line, but well backed up by Parchment, pushing it back down to the bowler. No run. Quite an intriguing contest. Something needs to give here if Orlando is to really get into this game the way they want. Patel comes in, bowls flighted outside off, respected by Parchment, very comfortable. He looks composed, he looks collected as a batter, fairly organized, good technique. So clear this is going to be a battle to get him out. He doesn't look like a slugger, but more like a stroke player. Does Patel has any magic in his arm here? He comes in, bowls, brings over that one, flighted outside off, and caressed through the covers magnificently by Mark Parchment. One of the shots of the day. The purists would love this one. Flighted outside off, getting that front foot to the pitch and line of this delivery, and just caressing it through the covers, this Parchment. Oh, full-blooded drive, as we would call it in cricket parlance. Well played. Atlanta Lightning breathing more sigh of relief now with a shot like that. 95 for 5 at the end of 11, needing just 21 off 9. Swings and misses. Also, a misstumping on the part there of the keeper. They have kept their faith with our spinner side here, who went for 8 in his first over. He's now coming back in off spin around the wicket, turning in from outside off. Worked very comfortably by Sudini into the mid wicket region. Sudini is now off the mark as a result, and the score has now jumped. In fact, it was Parchment who just worked that comfortably in the mid wicket. He has now moved to 6 or 4, including that glorious cover drive we saw earlier. And now, off spin of Saeed comes in flighted, pitched, swing into the middle wicket region by Parchment. Didn't get enough bat on it. That was like the inner portion. Went down to the fielder at the deep mid wicket boundary, who quickly returned it. Only a single to the score. It's now 97 for 5 after 11.3. Saeed off spin comes in bold from outside off again, work to the mid wicket, but short mid wicket is there this time to cut it off. No run on the part of the new batter here, Sudini. And it's 97 for 5. Still 19 needed of 8.2. It's all Atlanta Lightning at this stage. Worked into the mid wicket region again by Sudini this time. Deep mid wicket comes in. A single takes a score to 95 for 5, 98 for 5. And it's easy picking. Without a wicket here, the Orlando delegation doesn't have a choice. Saeed bowls, flighted, swung, miss from Parchment. The keeper didn't even collect himself. We're now at the end of the 12th over. It's 98 for 5. 18 of 8 needed.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Not out, says the umpire on that occasion. The left arm spinner thought he had his man, arm ball, but that seemed to have gone down the leg. Here we come one more time with the replay. Arm ball going down leg. Umpire didn't think it was straightening enough. Flighted this time, pushed into the covers, no run. So very brilliant bowling on the part of Patel here. He has taken 3 for 22 so far. He's in his fourth and final over, trying to get another breakthrough to see if he can give Orlando life. Patel comes in flighted outside off, lifted by Sudini, over cover, 1-2, but there's a fielder on the deep point boundary. Return is quick, couldn't prevent the two. At the end of the day, the 100 is up. Atlanta is now 100 for 5 after 12.3 overs, and they now need just a mere 16 runs of 7.3 overs. They are largely in charge, Atlanta, here over the Orlando Magic team. Here comes Patel one more time. Wide, super wide, going beyond the slip field as the case may be here. Stop just inside the boundary by the backward point. Our fielder brings it in. Not enough to stop the 2 run. So that should be 3 wide in total. 1 for the wide penalty and 2 for the run. And it's now 12 required. 12, just a mere 12 of 7.3 overs. This should be over in another over or 2, all things being equal. Mark Parchment on strike, 7 from 6. Patel comes in, throws it up outside off. Parchment gets his feet, lifts that one comfortably over backward point into the boundary. Another four, another closer look at the winning prize, which is 116 runs for the Atlanta Lightning team. Thrown up outside. He seems a little bit tired, Patel. That one didn't have much conviction, if not turn. And Parchment with good technique, getting close and just lifting that one over the point region. 108 for 5 are the Atlanta Lightning. They're in chase of 116. Remember, 8 more needed. Here comes Patel, left arm, spin, outside, armbar comes in. Mark Parchment looks so at ease. He's reading these deliveries from Manav Patel, who has bowled well otherwise in taking 3 for 32 so far. One delivery to go. If he doesn't get Parchment here, there's absolutely no chance because he's the best bowler on display. Patel comes in. Bowl, regular delivery, comfortable middle by Parchment to point. No run on the board. At the end of this over, it's 108 for 5. 8 runs needed off 7 overs now. Atlanta ease into the total. Up and over and into the boundary. 6 runs. It's getting easier and easier for this Atlanta Lightning unit. A brilliant shot here on the part of Parchment. Wow, flighted up, inviting the drive, the full blooded drive as the case may be, and duly accepted by Sudini, was moved to 10 runs now from 8 deliveries. We have a pause in play to try and find out where the ball is, trying to retrieve that delivery. But Atlanta, just a mere 2 runs away from victory as a result of that amazing overcover 6 from Sudini. Parchment is on 11 from 9. Shah is a new bowler. His first delivery now has gone for 6. It's now 13.1 overs, and this win will no doubt put the Atlanta Lightning net run rate in a position to potentially qualify them for the playoffs here from the Southern Division of Minor League Cricket 2024, sponsored by Yash Technologies. Shah, second delivery, bowls, flighted, outside off, swing and a miss there from Sudini. Believing that he should have hit that one also away to end the game on a high. As the case may be, it wasn't. So Shah, is this the final delivery? Comes in, bowls to Sidini, pulls back and cuts through cover point. Oh, the feelers there. That went like a bullet. Didn't pierce the gap. So at the end of the day, still no runs. Still 2 runs needed of 6.3 overs. Shot comes in, flighted, swung this time to mid wicket. Is there a field out there? Yes, it is. 1 run to the total. Theoretically, the scores are now at level at 115 each. Remember, Orlando Magic made 115 of their 20 overs. It's now 115 for 5 of 13.4. Shot comes into bowl to Parchment, working that one to backward point. Still no run there. Both of these batsmen clearly wants to end not out and not give away their wicket, but also would perhaps want to end it on this, the final ball of the 14th over, which also improves their net run rate because they seek their fourth win in 8 matches. Flighted and swung away elegantly, as one might say, by Parchment, well over the boundary. Handshakes all around, victory on the part of the Atlanta Lightning, and they have now finished their preliminary round fixtures with 4 wins and 4 defeats, and they are now at the top of the standings along with the Atlanta Fire as they seek to be the top 2 teams from the Southern Division. And at the end of the day, if they were to be one in the top 2 teams, they would qualify for the playoffs of the Eastern Conference, from which the champion will play the winner of the Western Conference, from which the national champions of Major League Cricket 2024 will be crowned. So an emphatic win on the part here of the Atlanta Lightning. 4 wins and 4 defeats they have ended. The Atlanta Fire ends with 5 wins and 3 losses. They're atop the standing with 10 points. Morrisville, they're 4 wins and a loss. Baltimore Royals, similarly 4 wins and a loss with 2 matches to go. But here today, we have the Orlando Galaxy bowling, didn't fire as much. Manav Patel, a left arm spinner, tried with 3 for 32 off his 4 overs. But everyone else went. At the end of the day, they were defending a small total of 115 runs. They needed, as we had said earlier, 140 to be comfortable. They didn't get it. Didn't give their bowlers any room. At the end of the day, Orlando Galaxy bowled out for 115 of 18.2 overs and replying the Atlanta Lightning with 121 for 5 of 14. Leading the charge for the Lightning was Murphy with 62 of 36. Parchment made 17, not out. Earlier for the Galaxy, King made 35 against the good bowling of Simhadri left arm seamer, 3 for 17, and the spinner, 3 for 20, Sunny Thai. So signing out here from the Paramvir Cricket Complex here in Atlanta, Georgia, is for this edition, knowing that the Lightning now depends whether or not Morrisville or Baltimore Royals do well in their final games next weekend, or to join the Atlanta Fire in the playoffs of the Eastern Conference. Jeremy Lanneman here, calling it wraps on this interesting encounter. Minor League Cricket 2024, sponsored by Yash Technologies. See you next time. First 2 deliveries. Comes here what? Picks up right through the line, is swinging his bat. What? Over the wicket. Hustles in, bowls on mid stump. Lift over point. Here he comes. Bowls. Outside off, pitched up and struck very well over deep. See what continues. Comes in, bowls. This one more closer to the off stump. More cut through the covers. Mid off. Has to run around. Good stop on the boundary. That seems to be 2 runs saved. Again, not the best of delivery, if not threatening of delivery. Pitching short, outside off, and being cut. Wow. Desai at the top of his mark. Currently runs in. Bowls to Murphy, who has been creative. Moves over to the offside. Patel comes in. Bowls. This one holding his line. But outside off. Enough room for Murphy. Medium pace. Right arm over the wicket. Comes in. Bowls. Just outside off. Kareem through the cover. And that one again moves into the boundary. Here comes Patel. Pitching up. Little bit flighted. Murphy down on his knee. Lifting that one. Attempting to in as quick a time as possible. Comes Saeed. Bowls. Flighted. And swung. Over mid-on. Saeed comes in. One more. Outside off this time. Stretching is the batsman Sankar. Didn't have control and eventually has been dismissed. Caught. Patel's 1 overs. Patel comes in again, flighted, and he's bowling. All ends up. Wicketkeeper celebrating, bowler celebrating, team celebrating. His arm here. He comes in, bowls, brings over that one, flighted outside off, and strike 7 from 6. Patel comes in, throws it up outside off. Parchment gets his feet, lifts that one comfortably over backward point into the boundary. Up and over. Also improves their net run rate because they seek their 4th win in 8 matches. Flighted and swung away elegantly, as one might say, by Parchment. Well over the.
You're watching the 2024 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Yash Technologies.